Hello, and welcome to the Book Marketing Simplified podcast. I'm Jen Hanson-dePaula.
And I'm Marcus-dePaula. And last time we talked about two changes to Instagram, one of them being Reels.
Mm-hmm.
And so today we figured we could give you a little bit more about Reels.
Absolutely.
I know that I've watched quite a few Reels, but I'm a bit intimidated on starting to record my own. Do you have any advice on how authors can get started making their own Reels?
Yeah, when we watch Reels and when we observe for a while, we can talk ourselves out of it, thinking I could never do that, or it's too complicated, it's too time-consuming, whatever it may be. But I'm a big believer in small steps first. So the first thing is really a mindset adjustment of, you hear me say it all the time, start simple, get fancy later.
Mm-hmm.
I think that so many authors that I talk to feel like they have to come right out of the gate with these amazing reels that have all of these crazy transitions and are uber complicated.
Yeah.
And you absolutely don't. And in fact, I have kept my very first reel up on my profile. So if you go to my reels and scroll down, I don't have a ton of reels, but go down to the bottom and you'll see my very first one. And I didn't pick a cover. So the first point that I make is what showed up on the cover. And I was just trying it out. I didn't really understand what I was doing. I did not post it to my feed, but I was just giving it a go. So go check that out to see my very first reel, because it is nothing fancy. That's what I would encourage authors to do, is to start simple, get fancy later.
And we've talked about before that so many of us creatives have this perfectionism thing that makes us get stuck. Like if I can't do it perfectly, I'm just not going to do it. Reels are not supposed to be perfect.
No.
They're intended to be more of a candid display, really, really quick. A lot of people do spend quite a bit of time producing reels, but that's not what you're saying that we need to do.
No, not especially right when you're getting started. I had a client who, her very first reel, she was sitting at a cafe outside and she just took a video. I don't even know if she put music behind it, but she just showed the sky, the environment, and she wrote a caption, and she was blown away with the views that she got and the engagement that she got. And it was just so simple. It was very serene. It does not need to be this overly complicated thing.
Just visuals and music that speak to your personality and your identity as an author is
Absolutely.
enough.
That's a great place to start.
Cool. All right, so what's the second thing that authors can focus on as they get started doing their own reels?
The second thing is to do a little bit of research. Now, it's not an in-depth study, and sometimes the authors that I talk to don't even know where to start. They've never seen a reel, or they haven't seen other author reels. So what I would encourage you to do is use a hashtag that you use regularly.
All right, so before you get into where to find the hashtag specific reels, can you just tell us where to find the reels? Because I've had trouble just figuring out how to browse them myself, and then how that's different from how you browse the hashtag specific reels.
Well, if you are just on the Instagram app, at the bottom center of the toolbar, right in the middle is like a little square, and I think it has a star in the middle of it.
It's like a little movie icon.
Yes. When you tap on that, that is going to show you reels that are related to topics that you're interested. So it kind of follows your feed's algorithm. So if you watch a lot of dog videos, which you and I both do,
yes,
a lot of the reels that will pop up for us will be dog videos, because Instagram wants us to stay on the app as long as possible. And so they want to feed you what you're interested in and what you engage with the most.
All right, so the bottom middle thing is how you just view the reels that the algorithm knows you want to see based on the people you follow. But then you said that you can do research from hashtags. How can you view reels just by a specific hashtag?
So finding or looking at hashtags that you know are within your genre or within your industry. So for example, let's say I use the hashtag MWriting a lot. What I would do is I would put that into the search, the little magnifying glass in the toolbar at the bottom of the app. So you tap on that little magnifying glass and then you just type in hashtag MWriting or whatever hashtag you're looking at for the search. And then those top posts will pop up immediately that are within that search. Usually on the top left-hand corner is the top reel that is performing within that hashtag. And so what I would do is click on that and you can just start swiping up to see more reels that are using that hashtag. So it's a great way to get an idea of what other people are doing within your genre or within your industry. And you can start saving those reels by clicking on the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner, and then you can save them so you can view them later, or you can save that music that they're using.
Because music is a huge part of
Music
reels.
is a huge part of it, or the sounds or the conversation that you can mimic. So there are a lot of things that you can do when you save that particular reel, and you can put your own spin on it. You can recreate it. There's a lot of people who think that they have to come up with brand new content all the time, especially if you're just starting out. Try to recreate it. You don't have to try to reinvent the wheel right away.
And you don't even always have to publish them. You can just try experimenting.
You can save them as drafts. No one has to even know that you've made any of these. So there's no risk, really.
And then when you get one you like, you can pull it out of the drafts and publish it.
Exactly. The third and most important part is to play. We think, okay, I have to do this specifically to publish something. No, play around with it. And that's the best way that you can learn. You can watch tutorials, you can read up on things all you want, but until you get in there and start playing around with it and even seeing how everything works, it really won't sink in or become applicable until you play around with it. And again, you don't have to publish. You can delete it. You can save it. I have a bunch of different drafts in my reels that I batch record them. So some of them I don't even publish, and I just am kind of playing around with things. But play is a huge part of learning. So play around and have fun with it.
So as we play around, is there something that we can have in our mindset as we're doing it, instead of just trying to think of, okay, what is going to get the most attention?
Yeah, really focusing on your ideal reader.
As always.
But also showing your personality, showing who you are, and showing maybe a different side of you or a different side of your life that might not come across in your everyday posts or in your videos. Reels can be educational, they can be inspirational, but they can also be a lot of fun. And so using a mixture of those is really great because it's not just showing the one side of you that readers always see. It's opening you up, and it's helping readers get to know you as a human being, as a person, which bonds that connection even more that you want with your readers.
That's really great because as authors, and writers, we're used to expressing ourselves via words, and people are used to experiencing us through words. So having this opportunity to use visuals and music and other people's audio to give a clearer picture of who we are so that people can relate to us on a deeper level. That's
exactly.
awesome.
And you helped me record a reel yesterday for the first time. We had a lot of fun doing it, and it was goofy. And it's not like other reels that I've done, but it's also showing your personality. I love that reels can be goofy and can be fun, as well as being informative and educational and inspirational.
So what's the make it happen moment for this?
The make it happen moment is to try it. Just try it. Take these tips, start simple, get fancy later, researching, and then playing, and just try it. Don't use another excuse to put it off. Just try it. Again, you don't have to publish it. And seeing what other people are doing, finding inspiration from those things, but it does not have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be published. Just try it.
And if it doesn't feel natural to you, that's okay.
That's fine.
It's
Absolutely.
just a good opportunity for you to connect with people in a different way.
Exactly.
You never know. It could be something really cool for you.
Try it out and you just might enjoy yourself.
And let us know how it works out for you.
Yes,
we always love to hear from you.
In your reels. We would love to see what you're doing, what you're trying.
And you never know. Maybe Jen will take one of your reels and put her own spin on it.
There you go. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? Before we go, there is a great free download that we have for you that offers 30 days of Instagram post ideas. Now, these ideas can also be turned into reels. They can be turned into stories. They can be used as your regular posts. But it just starts to get the ball rolling with ideas because everything comes down to content. It's something that you can download for free. So click the link in the show notes.
Mixedismedia.com. As always, thanks for listening.
See you soon.